Oh, okay. Um, Copy, paste. How's it going, guys? 1 second. Let's get this rolling. See if there's a lag here or anything. Hey, Fabio. Yeah, it's been a while. I was supposed to be streaming yesterday. Well, no, I wasn't. I don't stream on Mondays. Hey, what's going on, Kane? Kane's new in everything
OLED.
actually. He's been in. We were just talking. He's been training for only 3 months. He's doing really well, and he's that was kind of loud, wasn't it? And he's been killing it, doing the counter trend. So yeah, I just figured it looks like I'm kind of done today. Um, today, let's see. Today I'm up. Let's see if I can show this. Here you go. I'm up about just shy of 1,200. I think more. It's more like 1,000 after commissions, just to play it safe. But yeah, he has a lot of questions, so I figured we'll just do this, make this a Q and A, because the for the looks of it, it looks like the market's kind of slow right now. Let me see. OLED, pop in OLED. No, no volume there. A lot of interesting plays the past couple of days. But yeah, he has a lot of good questions, so I figured I'd just answer some right now. Because yeah, it's always easier to make these impromptu videos than to just make a formal video. At least for me, there's too much pressure. I'm not good at this, obviously. Fabio says, I stopped my day early today. Huge red day with 100% red. 7 red trades, Fabio. Ooh. I am on PM now for some more practice. Okay. Paper trading, PM as in paper money. That's not a bad idea, Fabio. Um, yeah, if you're messing up, you're always welcome to hit me up on Discord and talk to me, ask me what my thoughts are. I'm always, I'm generally, if I were to give advice, I'm going to be on the safer side. I'll give you a dozen reasons why not to take something unless I really like it. Um, Kane says, you're looking for consistency. Yeah, we all are. I am been training for on and off for over 20 years, and I'm still looking for consistency. Well, I mean, at the moment, Kane, I'm over 90%. But I cannot say that I haven't been in some really tough situations. I could be down $1,000 before I'm up $500 sometimes. In which case, it's just like you said, it feels like gambling. But statistically, it always seems to end up in my favor, even though I'm counter trending, because things that go too far extended defies gravity if you're shorting, right? You don't trade after 11 or 12. Well, if your mentor told you to do that, I would agree. Volume seems to die off, and in algorithms, computers tend to jump in, right? Um, but there are great trades to be done after 12. I personally, you also say you don't trade until after 20 minutes. Your mentor sounds very familiar, similar to my strategy. In fact, ask him if we've actually talked before. Um, my strategy in the beginning when I would teach my clients, which recently were like family friends that are over 60, my father's friends, they retired and they just want to learn to day trade. I have strict rules, and you can find it in one of my videos, really old videos 5 years ago, about the strategy is I wait for three large 15-minute candles with lots of nice volume. That tells me that's 45 minutes, right? So after 45 minutes, trade. So by then it's already 10:15 Eastern time, and there's always something nice there. But that's actually a little bit late though, right? And then watch something unfold by the ramp. Fabio says it sucks. I always do great on paper, mess up on live. Okay, so I assume it's the psychology, right? The idea of trading money, and yeah, that can be, that's something we all have to deal with, I think. Either that or we're not paper trading correctly, right, Fabio? But I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're putting in the spreads. Oh, okay. I should preface that when you say paper trade, I'm actually using paper and pencil. I'm sure you're probably using something else. What are you using, by the way, for paper trading? Are you using some kind of simulator? Because when I paper traded, it was actually a pad and pencil, so I had to legitimately write down the actual number on the spreads. Thinkorswim, yeah. I tried trade. I actually funded my Thinkorswims. I'm thinking I would emulate some people that were using Thinkorswim, but I couldn't use it. Well, at least paper trading was delayed, right? Even even though it's delayed, what, 15 minutes, the profit loss is off, unless I heard that you can call in and ask for live real time. I haven't done that. I just gave up on it because I just can't. Okay, let's put it this way. I'm 42 years old. I'm literally blind without my glasses, and that level 2 is just too hard to read for me. Let's put it that way. Hey, Big Boy Blue. I don't do PM because I play with too many shares. Unless there's some awesome news or something during the day. Yeah, there has to be. I'm the same way, Kane. Lately, I should cover this. I just lost my profit thing position. Lately, I haven't really shared this, so I'll probably share this right now. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how I trade in the mornings, because those of you that watch my videos know how I teach trading. How I say wait for 3 15-minute candles, wait for a ramp, wait for in volume and in shape of the candles, and then try to catch the top by depending on the slope of the chart. If the slope is really high and it goes really high, then I probably take it on a 1-minute trigger. If it's a dirtier chart that looks clean on the 5-minute, then I would use the 5-minute as a trigger possibly. But of course, the longer the time frame, the further you're going to get from the top or the bottom. So we're always trying to find that exhaustion point, which is signified by volume. The best unicorn is going to have the volume with a spike. Once we have a spike, then we know that it's exhausted. People have been sold out or bought out, and then it's going to go the opposite direction. But Kane also asked, you asked if I'm short biased or why I don't bounce. I do bounces, but like I said, something that I caught Tim from Volatility Trading and Justin from Garage Day Trader would say that they're very short biased. They'll say stairs up, elevator down. And personally, I just call it gravity. So stocks that go up too fast, they often do not defy gravity. They just drop. And then just the whole idea is to not get too greedy, right? So let me just answer some questions before I get too far behind. Pressure is not a problem, Fabio says. The entries was what kills me. Okay, you're using Thinkorswim. Oh, okay. So you probably called in your broker and asked for live, real time, not live, but real time. Yeah, Thinkorswim's good for that. Fabio, are you also using Thinkorswim? For, what is your platform?
National Hurricane Center says.
What's the platform you use to trade? Gabriel says if you deposit 500, then Thinkorswim lets you have real time data. Well, they didn't do that for me, and I have a lot more than that. Those bastards. Gabriel. Hey Daniel, good to see you, man. Hey Oxton, hope you're doing well. Let's see. Any possibilities to have your scanner online when the market opens? Yeah, sorry about that. I should have. I just been waking up like literally right at the bell, so I just don't have time to set up the streams. I just went straight at trading. Kodak, yeah, I traded Kodak last week. Last week was a good week. This month, I'm up. This month, I say this month. There's only 4 days this month. Last week and this week combined, I'm probably up 10,000. It's a lot different. Things have changed, so I am kind of evolving a little bit because I'm using my Lightspeed account a lot more than TradeNet. Well, there's no more TradeNet for U.S. clients, right? So, and my friends that I've been teaching have moved on to Lightspeed as well. But my Lightspeed account is a little bit different in size, so I do trade larger, but I do have to I still need to mentally prepare myself, because with TradeNet it was fun trading smaller. Now I trade how I generally trade, and it's been a while since I've been doing that consistently. So numbers are going to obviously be bigger. What I'm worried about, and what everybody should always be worried about, is keeping your statistics, right? If you're statistically 90%, you should always be statistically 90% regardless of the numbers or shares you're using. But that's never the case, right? It's always harder, at least for me. That is my psychological mental block. The money. I think that's everybody's. Oh, a lot of people's at least. Hey Louis, good to see you, man. Why don't you generally do power hour? And in the after hours, I will. Right now, with power hours, I don't counter. That's because volume is too hard to read during power hour. Literally the last 30 minutes. So is the power half hour. When the volume is risen, just because everybody's trying to create that final wick or trying to create the perfect candle by the end of the day, it's hard to read. I can't find that volume spike.
EXPD.
But what I will be looking at, like right now, is PRPO. That thing has been halted, and it had that COVID. What is that? The COVID antibody testing approved by the FDA. That thing spiked up to 5. It could go higher. Right now it's just consolidating and trickling down. I will be watching that during power hour. Stuff like that. But other than that, it's all about cadence and timing, right? Big Boy Blue. So I will look at power hour, but I'm hesitant. Only if a stock did a breakout, say the market closes at 4, right, Eastern time. If it's spiking at 3:15 or somewhere around that, between 3 and 3:30, it's already looking like it's creating an exhaustion. Then I may be interested in trading it, because it just went too fast too soon. A lot of times traders would wait until the very last 30 minutes for it to just surge. Then I won't touch it unless I'm trying to do like PRPO. I may just follow through on the long. I wouldn't counter it, that's for sure. It's going well, Louis. Doing really well the past few weeks with Lightspeed every single day. I do miss TradeNet. I do miss the platform. Somehow I just got used to its the platform because I've been using it over 50% of the time. So now I'm using Lightspeed. I'm using higher shares. Stress is a little bit higher. Sleep is getting less. So it's hard to stream in the morning. I mean, I don't feel like there's any pressure. I should just literally just share the screen. I can just turn this thing off and then and let you guys do your thing. But sometimes I just can't get myself to do anything. Hey, Tim. AMD was, I think, Tim, I think AMD almost got me. I need to look back on that. Has it been long? Polyus, for us it has been. Where have you been? Kane asks, are you averaging 20K a month? Something like that. I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff often, but you can PM me, Kane, and we'll talk. We can talk about that. But I don't want to stream money talk. That is one of the main things that is literally, I would call poison on social media. That separates real traders from new traders. So like in trading, right, you don't need a degree. You can just jump in and just say, I'm a trader. In one day, you can say I'm a trader, but you're really not yet, until you're initialized and you failed several times. Not failboating completely, but you need to have some hard hits on your head before you actually build or sustain a foundation of trading, right? It's literally trying to get a degree without having it on paper. So there's too many people out there, and the reason I'm saying that is a lot of people, especially right now during COVID in the millennial world, people are just jumping in saying they're a trader and then chasing after everybody, showing how much money they make, right? It's the clout that social media is giving YouTube and Twitter or whatever. All the social medias out there is trying to catch you and tell you can be a millionaire, and that's where everybody fails. You know, I honestly, it's catching on. I've been trading for 2 decades, but I've been live streaming. Well, there was a long hiatus, but I've been streaming 5 years ago, and then I started up during COVID, and most of my family and friends, close friends, don't even know I trade because I don't want to talk about money. But once they find out, that the first thing they ask is, "So are you rich?" Right? It's like if you're a trader, you have to be rich, and it's not. I mean, I'm not poor, and I'm not hurting, but what I'm trying to get at is, if you're chasing money, if you're chasing the get rich scheme, then most people will fail because you're not in the proper mindset of just taking numbers as points. You know, it's about leveling up. It's not about getting rich in a month. Those are really rare. Moving on. I think that most hard thing counter is when on the daily is making high of all time. Yeah, Augustine, if the chart is showing all time highs and you can't find a resistance or support, those are the kind of trades that are really difficult. So you really need to find that exhaustion point. You need to find that volume spike. If there isn't a volume spike and it just looks like it's extended, it's really difficult, and I generally won't trade something like that. One stock that's really good at faking people out is Chewy, CHWY, Charlie Hotel Whiskey Yankee. That one has fooled many of my friends, including myself, because it grinds. It's really choppy, and then it may actually look like it's going up, changing its slope, ramping, but it's not done. It may just go down just a little bit for another move up. A lot of them do that. So Kane says, yeah, I think that's a good point. From what you say, you're doing really well. There are rarities, okay, Kane? I'm not pointing you out as you know, but you have a good point there. 1 year is a good place. I know people that blow up their account after a year. After they make 100 grand the first year, the second year is everything's gone. So everything's relative, right? I'm not going to say that you're not a trader after two months. Some people, the people, my father's friends that I've taught for the past 3 months, I would call them traders because they're so focused. They're old school. They're Chinese, and so they're really stingy on their money. They don't gamble. So I mean, I have to see. Anybody can see. Like, there's always a gambling process, right? Because there's that risk. If you're risking, it could be considered gambling. But if you know where your tolerances are, and you don't let things run against you, then yeah, maybe you are a natural trader. I've known a few people that are like borderline sociopaths that are natural traders. I'm not one of them. I don't think so. AMD got you too, Augustine? Okay, hold on. Let me see what's going on with AMD, guys. Hey, Bjorn. Hey, very welcome, man. I'm glad I'm helpful some ways. What was AMD all about? Oh, this move on up, right? So I got at 81. I got out at 80. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Let's take a look at this AMD. I'm really suck at this.
EPZM.
Okay. So, and I hate making my charts rectangles. Hold on one second. Let me just make it a square. Okay, close enough. AMD 81.90 something. Oh, I got this one right here for the way down. But yeah, it does kind of trick you in. Could trick you in here, right? If you're talking about 1 minute trigger. And then another one here. Yeah, it could have. Yeah, it definitely could have. I think it tricked me once, and I caught it the second time. It's all about, for me in the morning, it's all about volume spikes, and the trigger, right? So I'm assuming I probably may have tried this one, but probably not because it's but this one for sure, right? This volume spike right here at 1.35 million shares. And then I caught it on the way down to 81.95. That one was tricky. What time is it? Hold on, just want to check out EVRG and PRPO. No, it's not moving yet. If it will at all. Okay. Let's see. Do you ever use martingale strategy? If so, how far would you go? The martingale strategy. Wow, I haven't heard about that in a long time. No, I don't. The only thing I use is volume, and I use the 9 EMA as my rubber band, telling me how elastic it is. That's it. Oh, and the daily chart. I want to find support and resistance. If you can read volume really well, you can almost get away with not even looking at the chart, I would say, and vice versa. If you have a perfect looking chart, I'm talking about on ones, green, ramping straight up to say $10, you can almost guarantee that it's kind of done and it's going to go down without even looking at volume. The combination of the two, I would say, make you over 75% successful. And then after that, if you have the daily resistance or support, then you're near 90%. Hey, I should write that down. Okay. Garage solid minus today. Hopefully yesterday. Oh, guys, he did. If you should watch his video yesterday though. I don't watch him every day, but he did trade. Not to say that I wouldn't watch him every day. I just didn't. I just don't have a chance to. I don't like noise. He's not noisy. I shouldn't say it like that. He's not noisy. But I don't like to adopt different strategies. As long as my strategy works for me, I'm not going to look at anybody else's. I'm just narrow-minded like that. Not assuming that I'm better than everybody else, but if it works for you, I want to make sure that my focus is laser sharp. And if I keep looking elsewhere, it bothers me. That is just my mentality, okay? Everybody else is different. But I did watch one from yesterday where he caught the halt that I wanted. I wanted so bad, but I hesitated and I didn't get in. While he was in it, he made $1,000 right at the open. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful catch on video. So hopefully that $1,000 day yesterday would buffer that loss. I didn't watch it. I have to admit, Kane, you may get there. Just trade tight, and I'm glad to hear that you have a mentor. That's awesome. Yeah, safety. Gotta find that seatbelt when you're driving on the wheel, behind the wheel. Yeah, that's the one thing about AMD, guys. And with me trading by myself, if me trading by myself is different than me trading with people watching. When I had my friends watching me, I may not take this, or I may take it once, and if it caught me, I may just not try again, because I don't want other people to pick up a bad habit of possibly revenge trading. But what I see here is, even though it may have got you the first time, the second round is so much farther than the blue line than the first round. So that tells me it's not a revenge trade. As long as you're going farther and farther away from the blue line, which is a 9 EMA for me, your blue line or your whatever color line you have could be a different EMA or SMA. It may work similarly. I think EMAs work better in that instance, but it could be a different number. But it's going to work the same way. The farther it is, the more elasticity. So it may actually go well, and it won't be a revenge trade. Just be prepared to trade a little bit larger the farther you go, and that's fear, right? That's just trading in other people's fear, and that's generally how you could be more successful. It's just a tough call after you mess up the first time, right? Oh, and Daniel got out early, so he profited. Nice. Augustin profited on AMD. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't know if I'll. It's one of those where, like, you may not want a relationship with that trade, that stock ever again. In the morning, you shouldn't be greedy. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I guess the definition of greed is different. But in the morning, if you find one that is looking really good, I'm talking about a lot more volume than average, and it has. Okay, I should talk about this right now then. Okay, this is how I trade morning trades, guys. From here, in the morning, I look for a lot of volume. I'm talking about something that's moving in the millions, maybe, or 500,000 if the day before was only in the tens and 20,000s per minute. If it's moving like an extreme amount, and it doesn't seem to have any resets or pullbacks. Now I'm talking about shorts here because that's generally what I look for in the morning. My mind is just focused that way. I may not have an exhaustion point. I may not have a spike in volume, but what it will have is shape. And most definitely, the number one thing I look for in the morning is the daily resistance. So if I can find a very definitive daily resistance, I'm going to aim for that area. I'm going to hopefully predict that this stock is going to go to that area, and the volume should be rising as it gets to it. I may not have a volume spike. Most likely it won't, because there's just too many people trading it to create a spike. But once it gets there, we should be watching it and see if there's a wall on the ask. This is a short, by the way. And if it can't break that wall, it's going to come back down. And it works 90% of the time. Yeah, it just works. So I do trade larger on those, because after that, all the other trades are going to be smaller and less volatile, because as time goes, that's just how trades are, right? So got you a bunch of times on AMD. Oh, that sucks. Hey Chris, how's it going? Daniel's picking up Tim's huge phrase. He was, but is he now? I mean, was that the final number? Gabriel, sorry, let me just answer these real fast. I have your strategy down perfectly. I just need scanners. Gabriel, oh, you don't have trade ideas yet. Okay. Well, for you, Gabriel, I'll be sure to keep. I'll have the streaming tomorrow.
CHRW.
Daniel 20-cent move, and I was out. CHRW. CHRW's moving on up, but no real volume there. What else is there? Hold on, guys. I'm always looking for something. Okay. No, there's nothing. Nothing worth trading. Why isn't this chart moving? Oh, it's not. This is the wrong chart. Okay, anyways. Kane has asked, how would you read JMIA right now, volume-wise? So right now, Kane, I'm using the Thinkorswim right here, right? But then on my trading platform, I'm using my Lightspeed chart. I'm just used to it, I guess. But I'll definitely look into the one you're talking about, Schwab. This volume down here is interesting. How it's risen. So from here, because I see that volume coming in, I'm gonna need to know why, right? So I'll go into daily chart and see what's going on. Wait. It says it's going down. Going to the daily. Why does it look like it's going up? What? Oh, there it is. It was just too tiny. Oh, it's hitting this area right here. See that? It's getting to this open. So there's a lot of resistance there. So it's going to bounce back up before maybe possibly coming down, or just come back up. That looks good. That doesn't look bad at all. If you guys haven't already, you should check out Jeremy Newby's chat room. I guess it's our chat room now. He did ask me to be partners with him. But Jeremy is really good at these bottom picks. This is probably something. Why is this candle like so stuck into the corner of the chart? It's so retarded. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, it looks promising here. Nice find, Kane. But to me, I want a spike, and that's a ramp. I just don't see the spike. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. That's where Jeremy really excels in. It's gonna be bottom bounces to me take longer, and the more you watch my videos, the more you'll see how I'm not patient. I want things to go, because I guess I've become more short biased. Got slapped around an AMD, Russell. Awesome. Yeah, that one wasn't easy, I don't think. let me check my video real fast in a little bit. Can you check NIO? Ooh. Does this look like a pullback for another breakout? Breakdown, right? Because it looks like it's just making a whole bunch of downward movements. Yeah, it does look good for a breakdown, but where's it going? Gotta look at the daily. Okay, now this one's going inside the middle, inside this candle, so I'm gonna have to go into the 15s. Maybe down here, right? 13 threes. Okay, there is a little area in between here, but I don't like the way the volume's just dying off like this. This is considered a fade, right? I'm not for fades. When fades happen, then you have to consider what the SPY is doing, and I think that's what's going on. The SPY is just kind of blowing it downwards. Not to say that it won't go down. It's just I don't like stocks that just move with the wind, more or less. $2,600. Are you talking about Justin? That sucks. What? He was down over 12K? Wow. Yeah, I could well, Tim, I'll show you I'll screenshot it for you. my shares. But the thing is, guys, I don't really like to I don't want to be that I don't want to be that social media clout where I show how much I'm going to be making all the time. I know I know when it comes to day trading, money is what is the results. Is what results matter when it comes to a day trader. I mean, if I say if I were showing you that I wasn't making that much money, then I guess I wouldn't be somebody you would ask advice for as much. But there are people like Tim that trade small, but he's very strategic. There's reasons why to watch people like that, because I personally, I would say I'm pretty seasoned day trader, can foresee someone like him growing. So for most of you guys, you should be focusing on people growing to vicariously grow with you. Don't just assume. I don't want people assuming that you're going to jump in and trade like me, because I started where volatility trading is at, and it took me a long time. If you don't know me very well, then just know that I have plenty of psychological issues. I am not made out of stone. I'm not a machine. I have panic attacks. I've had to take medication for like 10 years of my life. I'm better now. I'm a lot better. I'm very stable now, but I'm still a very volatile person. I'm a dog trainer. So I'm driven by passion. So I'm not a natural. So if anything, that should teach y'all or show y'all that I'm very human, and I don't want you guys to assume that I make these numbers or I can take these shares on a whim like a lot of natural traders. I'm not like that. So I don't like showing the amount of risks I take all the time. I will tell you what looks good. I'll tell you if it's great, good, or okay. But if you want to see how much I make, I understand. But otherwise, you can PM me. I don't want to be one of those people on social media just flexing all the time. You know what I mean? Hey, no problem, Tommy. Kane, where's Jeremy? Jeremy doesn't do streams. He's usually on the Discord. Um, he's strictly on the Discord app. He's really good at typing out all his shares and everything. He has no problem showing you his shares. He trades heavy as well. Just bear in mind that he's a heavy trader. He can easily make over 1,000 every day as well. He's really awesome, and I didn't even know until he just mentioned in the trade section of Discord that he's more bottom biased. I didn't know that. I thought he was short biased like me, but then again, he's able to scale out like a master. Whereas I'm set for per trade, so I'm cheap like that. If I have 1,000 shares, I'm not going to scale out because it's going to cost me, 350 every time. Oh, the chart. You mean what? Oh, Tim, you're talking about like when people like set up so you can see those dots, right? Those dots where you can see where. Yeah, let me try that. I know it. I know there's. It's in the chart parameters, right? So show executions. Okay, okay. That's something kind of new on Lightspeed for me. I mean, it wasn't there 10 years ago until I saw people actually like putting it there. Hey, Big Diggler. I hate saying your name. I sound like I'm calling out a porn star or something. It's going well, thanks. This week I'm up a nice amount. Yesterday was a good day, 1,300. Today's another okay day, 1,200. I should say great day, right? Both days were 100% green, but um, there was some areas that were tricky. Okay, so AMD, right? AMD. That's the best way for me to show if I got tricked. And I did. Yeah, you're right, guys. I did. Right here. Here's AMD. Um, Gosh. Now this is where a Kane may be telling me this is why Lightspeed's charting isn't that good because I need to zoom in to see it better. Uh, oh, what? Oh, there we go. Damn it. There we go. Okay, so looks like I shorted it here a little bit late because I saw it go up and hit this area. I'm going to assume that there was a daily resistance. I don't want to change this chart. Hold on. Okay. No, there wasn't, right? Because this one was like all-time highs. Was it? No, it wasn't. This wasn't all-time highs, was it? Oh, I guess it was. So I have nothing to assess this by, except from yeah, I don't have nothing to see this from, as it is all-time highs. So this one's hard. Yeah, this one is something I definitely wouldn't share with uh, family friends. So I shorted here. It didn't work out, and I shorted. I stopped here. It went back up to 83. You know how I'm always talking about whole dollars. So this is close to 83. It wasn't 83, right? It was 82.95. But you see that volume there, and this is where it gets really tricky, right? Because in the morning, volume won't give you a significant spike, but this is higher than the previous fake out, and that's where I shorted it, and then it started probably showing a lot of great numbers on the level 2 on the ask, so I doubled and I got out down here, and this was yeah, this was a nightmare for anybody who's asking for more than they needed, because because it didn't go right. It went exactly down here, and then it went down a little bit where I may have said, "Gosh, I could have gotten more," but no, I didn't get any more. Right? It went back up, and then it went back down. It gave you a second chance, but then yeah, the elasticity is gone. The At this time the blue line was exactly probably down here. It was most likely down here at that time. And then, as the chart unfolds, the blue line gets closer and closer. So I didn't get greedy. I don't know. See, that's what I mean by perspective on greed. If it looks good, I'm going heavy. In this case, it was just a matter of hitting almost 83 at that time, hindsight, not knowing that it would actually try for 83.5 later on. But at this time, 83 was good enough. I mean, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Let's see. Let me see if I can find another one. Any questions about AMD? Big Diggler? Civilized? Now you're good. I know this one person calls themselves Gibbles Mush. I thought that was a profane thing, but according to him, it just means girls and boys. Oh, awesome! You guys got Big Red. When you say Big Red, all I'm thinking about is someone ginger that's really big. Okay, here's TRVN. I made about 295.58 on this one. Another morning trade, so I was pretty active in the morning. That's what I mean. It's like if I wake up late and I can't get on stream, I'm so focused trying to find something. This is all Tim's fault, actually. Tim's the one that was saying. I see him catching these awesome trades in the morning, and I'm thinking, hey, I should be doing this, but I'm not awake enough. So this is kind of a breakout, right? If anybody did a breakout trade from the pre-market, I feel sorry for them because it only went up to here. And 350 is another popular area. 350 is a $half roll, but it went to 348, and you saw that volume here. Here's a volume spike, and this is nice, right? And this is a volume spike of over 700,000. Let me see if I can find an area. I'm always looking at an area. What is this? That was beautiful. Was this today? So this is what happens when you take a nap. And anyways, whatever. Wow, that spike really ruined the green day that it had very short lived, I guess. So this was 347. I actually caught the top. Nice. Okay, so you see it right here. Long time ago, it went up to here in the 340s, 350s back here. So that's how I build conviction. So when it got to that area, then and it tried for it, and you saw the volume spike, I shorted that right here, and I scaled out. I tried to scale out. Not really. Hey, Raphael. Augustin's killing it. He's my free student. I'm more than willing to teach that guy because he's really trying hard. When I suggested everyone record, he went straight at it and he started sending me links to his trades. He's
YPF.
In the beginning he was trading a little too early. Now he's catching the spots, just like I do almost. Hey Boris Bobby, we miss you in chat. You mean in Discord? I I just can't seem to help out in time. Every time I'm typing something on the Discord, I feel like I'm late. I don't know how much later I'm at compared to the YouTube stream, but the stream now is literally is set on ultra low latency. Let me just turn on my volume to see where I'm at. Ultra low latency. Let me just turn on. Yeah, I'm only a few seconds late. 2 seconds. So that was good. Okay. Let me see. If I can find another one. What is this?
Pam.
Oh, Kane, you're asking about TVRN? TRVN. Dyslexic. Was it 700? Okay, yeah. Well, the whole idea here is that this stock was moving up in the morning, right? A small reset right here. Right at this point right here, at 347, we have over 700,000 volume, which is higher than earlier, right? Well, 700,000 is just relative to how the stock is in itself. And like I get the volume is up, but is it for bears or bulls? Oh, I see. Well, let me just put it this way. I'm aiming to short this stock. So because it took all that effort to move up with that amount of volume, I'm hoping that the bears take over. So I'm looking for a short because of that. So if it goes down, if the stock goes down, red, and at the very bottom of the red candle, you see a lot of volume come in. That's like someone stepping on the brakes and stopping the movement. And from there could be a rebound. Just look for a signal. Look for a little bit of a green, and it's up to us as traders to figure out when to jump in and try to balance out our risk reward. But and just yeah, it's all about volume. Wait. You? JSEG, I don't see anything. Ticker UUU, JSEG? But yeah, Kane, does that answer your question? Oh, it's alright. JSEG generally doesn't make mistakes, so whenever he says something, I'm all eyes and ears. Oh, in the morning. Yeah, UUUs wasn't tradable for me. That was sad. That was a beautiful chart. The UUU wasn't it halted? Yeah, it was halted this morning because it was so powerful. So Kane, does that answer your question? A little bit. When people aren't looking, I actually do some silly things. Let's see. Where's the executions? Oh, there it is. Yeah, try it out, Kane. Other than that, you can find all of my vlogs all talk about volume and volume spikes.
Pam.
I tried to collect as many ideal scenarios where you can see that the volume always signifies. It gives you more conviction. With bottom bounces, maybe not. You may have to go into a different time frame to find a nice volume spike because they're a little bit slower. But when it comes to top reversals, like Tim says, stairs up, elevator down. Let's see. Any other questions? I can't. Oh, they're talking in Spanish. My Gregory's asking, has my wife left teaching? No, she hasn't. Right now, she's doing the online thing. So it's online for 2 weeks, and then she goes in. The goal is for me to make. I don't know, no pressure, right? But I do hope that I can make enough for her not to want to work. The goal is for me to want her to get her doctors and just be a professor where she can keep her distance. There's no way she's gonna quit working. She's just too driven to just be a stay at home anyways. What's up with this? I need Google Translate. You know Spanish? So Kane, let me know if they're saying anything bad about me. I'm sure they're not. Let me see this one. There's PRPO. So PRPO had this morning it went from it halted for over 5 minutes, went from 3, and then it opened up. How do I okay, let me just extend it out. It opened and it went down, and then I thought it wanted 5, so I went long here and got out up here right before it halted again, and that's where I made like 200 something dollars, and then I went long here and got stopped out there, so then I ended up being overall $84 up. So there was one bad trade there, but these are just, because it just looked right. Oh, Raphael's just asking right now, do you only trade top reversals? Well, here you go. This one isn't one, right? This one's a halt play. Just trying to, the whole, the market is all about just trying to see if we can understand human behavior, right? So when it halted and I saw the printing of it going to 4 and 450, and when it opened up here, I know it has to come down a bit. But then I figured it's so close to 5, it needs to go back up. So that's when I caught it and made $200. But then I didn't see this one right here, honestly, where it says 499. I saw it go to 494, in which case I went long thinking it's not done yet. It could actually break through 5. And I was wrong. At least for now, I'm wrong. But, trade smaller on pullbacks, for me at least, because I'm not good at those. So no, yesterday and today, when people aren't looking, I am trading pullback breakouts. And Candy was one, KNDI. I did a pullback breakout. Look at THC. THC is really pretty. So can we find anything? Oh, that's an ugly daily chart though. Daily candle. So it's actually just trying to recover from this morning, from red to green. So something like this I won't trade. If the stock has the kind of conviction to recover all the way back up, I don't know if it's going to try to sustain itself because of all that effort to go up there. I mean, it may come back down into the red, but it does look good on the 1 minute. But if I look further back and this happened, I generally won't trade it. It does look neat though. It's probably good for a scalp for sure. But yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to get at. Conviction is more or less in the morning, especially without the. There is a nice volume here though. Yeah, there's room here. You could tell it's far away from the blue line. That's not a bad trade. I'm just done today. Like it has to be really awesome in order for me to trade something else. Yeah, Candy yesterday was a nice one, and look at Workhorse, the Whiskey Kilo Hotel Sierra. Um, there's a bit of volume down there too, but with, well, that is a spike down, isn't it? Is anybody talking about that in the Discord? Okay. Tilray? Yeah, I almost traded Tilray today. I was looking at that thing for a while. You mean this morning? Yeah, that was something I think I I almost traded. It just went too fast for me. The spike up. That was beautiful. Also, I think what caught me was this morning, with 1000 right here, 1000 volume on a 1 minute, that made me really uncomfortable. But then when it started spiking up, it's like, when is it going to stop? So it went up to 789, and on a daily, it's a good spot, isn't it? 789? I don't know. Let me see. 789. Okay. I can't say it. Yeah, it's not bad. It wasn't a clean look though, It could have went up to 8. Maybe that's why I didn't take it. Yeah, this area in the morning was strange, right? I wish there was a volume ramp before it did that spike up. But this is maybe next time. Maybe. I mean, was it bad? Obviously it wasn't bad, right? But I can see why I missed it. So if you missed it, you're not the only one. Yeah, I really wish there was more volume right before this ramp. I mean, that's a really weird ramp, right? You took it? Did you do okay? Did you find the top? Nice. Yeah, Tim, anytime, man. We should talk. Take care. Hope you're feeling better. You probably are. Kane asks, you pay more taxes for borrowing? Borrowing what? You mean like because of my buying power? Buying a margin? I don't know, honestly. Prospectively, Kane. Oh, right. Only for night. Thank you. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same going long and short. And I don't swing either, so. But yeah, there. I think there are a little bit more fees here and there, somewhere in there, when you go for swings. But when you start trading larger, then those are kind of negligible almost. It's kind of, yeah. It's just. It just goes without saying that if you make more money, you're gonna get taxed more. That's just bottom line. So it's just kind of. But of course, it would be silly to say that you made 500, but you took you $500 worth of commission to make it. That would just be horrible, right? Where you can't use leverage. I don't know. I don't think so. It's relatively the same. I do have an account where I don't need to use buying power, because there's over 100,000. I don't see a difference. But then again, I'm not doing my own taxes, so I really can't say. But I don't think so. On Lightspeed, I only do day trades. So I don't, yeah, there are a lot of options. Mine is set up for per trade, so I don't I don't think I'm paying more for shorts. I'm pretty certain I'm not paying more for shorts.
THC.
And with Lightspeed, I don't know anybody that actually just goes with 100% cash with Lightspeed. It's always generally buying power. Yeah. So I really don't know. I don't know that answer. Because, for instance, why would I put in a $250,000 in Lightspeed and not get any interest when I can put a $250,000 into Thinkorswim
ABC.
and actually accrue interest, an APY. You know what I mean? So there really isn't any reason for me to want to do that. WIMI? Like right now? WIMI wasn't tradable for me. I would have to borrow shares for that one. Oh, for you too, right? Is an example of what? I wanted to trade it, WIMI, but I had to locate shares for that. So 1,000 shares would have been like $23. I think it was a little bit more earlier. But for this one with the 10-cent range, I'm not looking for 1,000 shares. I most likely would be looking closer to 4,000 shares, which is the reason why I would do per trade. So it would need to move 10 cents in order for me to break even, because I'd be paying over $94. And Lightspeed low. Yeah, the locate, yeah. I'm looking at it. I have it right here. This is what WIMI would have cost me just for 10 cents move. It would cost, if I were to trade it, it would have cost me about $100 just for one way. That's why I didn't take it. I'm cheap like that. Most likely it would have went my way, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't 23 10,000ths of a cent of a dollar when it was moving. I think it actually got cheaper by now than before. But I saw it and I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to do it. Oh, I see what you mean. Um, 4,000. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, Kane, because it may be true if my platform was set up for that, but just say right now, this stock is under $10, right?
THC.
And I have well over $50,000 in this account. I actually have a lot more than that. So I would be using my own cash, maybe because I'm not set up the way you're talking about. But I have over 50,000, and if I wanted 4,000 shares, I wouldn't. It would still be within my own cash. I wouldn't need buying power for that. So maybe you're right, but I would have to set my account for cash only. That's a possibility. Anybody know the answer to that? That's a good question, though. Yeah, I think that's just how it is, Kane. Um, Speaking of commissions, and I say this all the time, since
THC.
I've been trading a little bit longer than most people here, um, I used to trade $20 round trip. That was normal. So when people nowadays complain because you and you have right to, because nowadays there are things there are platforms like Thinkorswim that does it for free. They're not faster. That's why, Kane, I'm assuming you're using Lightspeed as well. So commissions are actually really good. Just imagine 4,000 shares. 4,000 shares. If you trade like me, you're easily going to get into that $3.50, 35,000, 3,500 thousands, yeah, of a dollar per share range bracket. So that'll roughly be 350 for 1,000 shares. So you do that and you'll be paying $14 for 4,000 shares, whereas I would be paying no more than $3.50 per trade. I mean, so Lightspeed is a lot better in comparison to 5-6 years ago plus, where everything was $20 round trip, $10 per trade. Maybe the cheapest one would be Fidelity, that was $8 per trade. Oh, hey guys, if you haven't already, click the like button. It really helps me out. Click the like if you like. Click the sub if you want to be notified. Oh, you have to click the bell to get notified. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow since everything's going well. $10 round trip is awesome. Plus ECM fees. Yeah, you can't get around that routing fees. I'm stuck with one broke. Why are you stuck? Don't get stuck. Don't hit it 2 times, but you can hit the dislike twice. Kane, in no time you'll be in the point. You'll be in the 3,500 thousands. Shares add up really fast. You just love it that much? Yeah, I'm the same way. I really hope trading doesn't change anytime soon. I feel really bad for the ones that traded heavily in the 1990s, where they, they went from the floor to the computer, and they have no idea what's going on. That's when it's our time to shine, when we're a little bit more tech savvy. But It was the end for them when they didn't know how to use computers. You just have to keep evolving. Questrade. Yeah, I'm really interested in Interactive Broker. I hear good and bad things. You know, Ross Cameron has that one where he says why he'll never use Interactive Brokers, and then and he was talking about the nightmare of having a trade. You know, the circle of death. You know, just an execution that took 30 seconds or something. I can't remember what he said. I wasn't paying attention, but it was something about delay. It was lag. THC is just really moving fast. Yeah, I think Interactive Brokers is awesome for people like me that like to short, right? Because you guys can short anything almost. That's good to hear, Boris Bobby, because all I've been hearing is that Thinkorswim has been a nightmare for a few. Which interesting. My chart stopped moving. Hold on one second. I'm moving my charts around. I got them all tangled up.
CHRW.
Oh, this one. This one that goes over here. Like that. Where did YouTube go? Over here. Okay. Centerpoint is the best broker to find hard to borrows.
THC.
Marian, you were on Thinkorswim and it was slow for you too as well. I do know somebody who mentioned, Karnan mentioned that there's a way to make Thinkorswim faster. It's dependent on your settings for some people. Some people may not have the settings in the right way, but I don't know. Speed is relative, right? It's just dependent on what you're used to. I thought E-Trade was good until I found Lightspeed. Then I'm like, wow, this is a little bit faster. Centerpoint. Oh, okay. Do you like Centerpoint, Boris Bobby? Is it better, even easier than Interactive Brokers? Memory settings. Oh, you know, okay.
THC.
Daniel, Daniel, you're in the UK, right? And it'll take 3 weeks for you? For Lightspeed? THC is just really climbing right now, guys. I don't know why my there's no signal. There's not quite a signal yet on the volume. Oh yeah, John. Daniel's in the
Find.
UK, so that's probably why it's gonna take him a while. Freezing is not good, Martin. Thanks for you sound pretty knowledgeable about this stuff. JSEC says Centerpoint, F1 trade, and Cobra trading. Isn't F1 trade CFDs though? Cobra trading.
THC.
Keep an eye out on THC. I just need volume to come in. It's still in the 10,000, 20,000 range. F1 Cobra trade. I never even heard of these, JSEC. Centerpoint I have. But you know, I'll just stick with Lightspeed and borrow when I have to.
Find.
Thanks, Russell. Yesterday's high day, pass it up. Okay, yeah, it's in an interesting spot now, isn't it? Just gotta watch out for that. Day before that was, or was that Friday, right? Today's Tuesday, so Friday was 27. There it goes. Too late. Talk too much. Yeah, good call, Russell. I think it's pretty much there. It still has room, but you know, there's also a 5-cent spread right now. One of the reasons why I'm hesitant when it comes to these I guess this was kind of like a low float, but it's more about just the volume. The volume, there's not enough people watching it. Beyond Meat is spiking. BYND. It already went. BYND. I'm just too slow right now. Nice call, Russell. Hey, Pumpkin. Nice to see you. Any strong resistance and why? Damn. Ooh. I don't like this one's too thin, JSEC. But yeah, that was a good call. Big Diggler, do you teach trading other than to friends and family and beyond what you teach us here? No, I don't. I did go out on a limb like 3 years ago when I had my own chat room, and that's when I actually showed people my trading platform and stuff. I had a bad experience with that. It didn't work out very well. I ended up having some people give me death threats. 2 people tried to what they call dox me because they followed me and they failed. They didn't have buying power like I did. That's why I am the way I am. I don't want to. I don't show. I mean, if I do something like this again,
Find.
I would need legal papers. You know, that's the fact. So maybe in the future, if I really can't seem to, I do still intend to do the dog thing, but I'm planning on taking it to a different way. I'm not going to train other people's dogs anymore. I'm just going to train my own dogs, and then find them homes for people that want them. So from there, I may have another hiatus, but then once that gets established, or before or after that, then I do intend to. There it goes, BYND. it played a dirty trick up there, but it's going now. I don't mind coaching. I just need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Meaning, like, if I ever get some crazy people wanting to learn from me, at least I need to know where they are. You know. What was really messed up was I was using I think I was using Click Meeting. It's basically like Zoom, except when I closed the chat, it gave everybody my address,
THC.
which technically I'm fine with. I mean, it's like it's not like I'm afraid of anything, but until they gave me a reason to be worried, at least my wife was worried because they blew up their account. TSM? I'm probably too late, huh, Tommy? I don't know how to trade this, Tommy. It's kind of consolidating right here, isn't it? How do you find big spread stocks like Kodak? I don't find them. I try to avoid those unless the range is good enough, you know. Like say there's a 10-cent spread, but there's range of $2 per 1 minute candle or something, then it may be worth it. But I did trade Kodak. I didn't realize it was a 50-cent spread. I'm not sure. But Tommy asks, is your counter trading strategies free or a sample? What does that mean? Are you asking if I'm holding anything back? The only thing I would be holding back is actually my my platform, right? I'm showing you my scanner and I'm showing you a chart of what I'm interested in, but I don't want to show you exactly everything at what time, you know? I don't want a naive person to jump in with 4,000 shares like me and then get in and out hoping they would get the same results, because that rarely, actually it does happen, but I don't want them to accuse me of their failure, you know, or see what I mean? But otherwise, you know, just ask away and I'll tell you everything I know. I'm not really holding anything back. I'm not going to give you like a webinar and then tell you that if you join my chat, then I'll give you more information. Because in actuality, my strategy is very simple, right? I can say it over and over again, but I probably should, because everybody keeps asking, can you rephrase it? So I should talk about how to set my stops and how I enter, but it's all really fluid. It's all a matter of what it actually looks like at that point in time. Every stock is a little bit different, right? So I like to say the analogy is kind of like dating. Every girl is different, so you got to treat them differently, you know. But yeah, Louis, there's too many loonies out there. And Kane, no, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people, especially right now, you know, it wasn't too long ago that a young man committed suicide because he didn't realize that he thought he lost millions of dollars on Robinhood. You know, he didn't know what he was doing. If he had a community
CRDF.
or people to tell him you're okay, then he wouldn't have committed suicide, right? I mean, that's life right now as we know it. People jump in thinking they're, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know about buying power or anything. All they know is, you know, buy low, sell high, maybe. Yeah, I didn't. Big Diggler, you didn't force them to press the button. People suck sometimes. Hey, no problem. And you know, it's actually more therapy for me. You get to learn while I get to do therapy, self therapy. Because I mean, if I'm not helping somebody or working with dogs, you know, I don't really feel like I'm making a difference. Then life kind of sucks for me. You know, it's not rewarding enough. But I will force you to click that like button. Let's see. Do I have a? I don't know why they blocked your question. Do I have a? You said you asked. Let me show this. They blocked this. Do you have a broker you'd recommend for a 5 to 10K account with borrows?
CRDF.
They blocked you for that. I don't know why. DXJ video. Yeah, I think so. And it's not TradeNet anymore, obviously, because they stopped working with U.S. clients. I think it's CMEG. Check out CMEG. Volatility Trading has a link, and he has a video on CMEG. Let me see if I can find it. You get to put if you put in a certain amount, then they'll give you a certain amount of leverage. He has a few videos, so I'm not sure which one it is, but let's just try this one. This was a broker review update. Here's an update of one of them. That's I should. Okay. Kane is that guy with 700K. Which guy? Lost. Oh right, Kane. Yeah, Kane. That young man that thought he lost over 700,000. I thought, yeah, it's ridiculous. Why did he think that? There's more than that. I mean, there's a whole. The news is riddled with people saying I made 100,000 and then they lost all of it in another month, you know. And that goes the same way with a lot of people that can do that in 1 year. Like they can make $1 million in a year and they'll lose, you know, almost all, if not more, next year. It's like they learned a horrible strategy that worked. So we just have to be careful. Stay within caution, stay within your lines, and we should be okay. Should. But the thing was, he actually didn't lose that money. He didn't lose 700K. It was actually just a glitch. In the weekend, over the weekend, Robinhood exposed the glitch, a number glitch, and he thought he lost that kind of money. If anybody knew better, then they could have told him that's not accurate. The stream went off. Sorry. Let me see if it's back on. Caution, stay within your lines, and yeah, it's back on. Fabio asked or said, on an old video, I noticed that you waited for the first 1 minute red candle to show close before you enter position. Yeah, that's kind of like entering on a 1 minute trigger. Yeah. If nobody's following me, Fabio, I would go by feel. Especially if that one, if say I'm going long and that one last green candle's like extra long, it's not like I'm going to wait for that 1 minute, that one green candle to close before or enter at a 1 minute trigger, because then my stop will be way too far. If the daily is significant, if there's a significant daily resistance, I'm going to use that as a good area. And you know, it's about risk reward, so risk accordingly. If I'm of sound mind, I would have probably entered half shares and then entered the other half on the way down. That kind of makes sense to me. Light speed is 4 to 1, just like most PDTs. Oh, thanks, Kane, for that. I didn't even know that. 2 to 1 overnight. Never done that before. But there has been times that things look good. Yeah, Fabio, that's the killer right there. When you think you found this volume spike, but the next one's even larger, right? Like you see 1 million, and then it hits 1.2 million the next one. I think that actually happened yesterday on one of my trades. So yeah, just don't bag hold. Don't don't go free and let it ride up without a stop.
Cone.
Just be
Cone. Cone.
be
Cone.
prepared. Cone is, oh, it's a breakout. Cone is a breakout of this morning. What time is it? We got 30 minutes. Where's PRPO? PRPO's dead. EVRG's dead. Nothing surging right now. Tilray. Tilray's moving, but I don't have much. I have to locate shares. It says Tilray TL Tango Lima Romeo Yankee is at an interesting place right now. Yeah, CMEC has even better buying power. That's what's interesting about it. But I think the commissions isn't as good, but you know, it's still, if I remember correctly, it's located in Trinidad, outside the U.S. So it gets away with the pattern day trading 25K rule. You should talk to Tim of Volatility Trading about that. He's more knowledgeable. And you know what's so neat about CMEG is he actually has written script to create a stop, and I'm honored that he actually called one the Albi short. I guess that's my pet name, but he has it set so that button would execute the number of shares according to his risk. So he doesn't want to risk more than $25, and he's entering at this area. Then it would give him a certain amount of shares. Say it's like 32 shares. It's never like a solid number like what we would do and just execute accordingly to a chart or something. It's pretty smart. Yeah, Kane. It's sad. People nowadays. I had a family member mention this, and it's so true during dinner the other day that when you're trying to find a job, guys, they don't really. Everybody may be qualified, but the one thing most people look for, including myself, if I have clients that want to hire me as their coach, is I'll be looking for common sense, because that's the hardest thing to find right now. If you don't have common sense, I can't teach you. I've had a long time ago, somebody found me on Skype because I was more than willing to teach anybody, and he was a professional gambler, and he wanted me to teach him. I didn't even know what to say about that, because but he did say this, that if you're successful all the time, then it's not gambling anymore. And that's like almost, that sounds practically true, but I couldn't help him. He was too bullheaded for me. Yeah, Interactive Brokers, I hear so many good things about them. Maybe someday I'll get tired of not being able to short something, and I'll check them out. Or I have plenty of money in the Thinkorswim. I should just move over there. Tiva, look at Tiva, guys. Tiva's nosediving. We're in 30 minutes in. 100,000 shares. Where's it going? So this one, Tiva, is inside the other candle. So go into the 15s to see if we can find an area. No, we can't find an area. There's no. Come on. Is there an area? There it is, right there. There's an area right here. See that? It's popping right now. That's a good one. Just not much range, right? It's like 2 cents per. SRNE is moving. I can't even short this one. So maybe look for a pullback. It touched 13. Was there a wall on 13? Probably not, huh? It's probably gonna blast through 13. Let's see. Is this high a day? All-time highs? Oh no, it's been at 26 a long time ago. It's gonna blast through 13. Look for that wall. Look for that wall here. There's that wall. That was a big wall. Did you guys see those 1,000? I think I saw 1,000 there. This is what scalpers look for, right? When it breaks through 13, we're gonna see something. We're gonna see a huge move. Okay, it's breaking through.
CVNA.
There's that move, 15 cent in a split second, and it got rejected. Exciting, but you know, I have to locate shares for this one. Oh, see, okay. This was a if you had shares, this was an awesome one. This is an example of a stock that wanted to hit 13, tried for it, actually broke through, wasted too much of its energy, and then has to pull back. You know, if we had shares, good call, Boris Bobby. You know, even though I can't trade this, it's exciting to see the potential. You know, if you shorted it at the break of 13 on the way back down, then it's pretty exciting. But it's also scary too, right? Because of all that volume. It's in the millions right now. DPHC? John? Oh yeah, that one moved already. It's nice though. Nice find. Yeah, that was DPHC would have been a nice one. The signal's a little weak, right? It gave a signal, but yeah, it's a very solid move. Nice find. 831 Tilray. Tilray's climbing. CBNA. PRPO. Everything's dead. Is everything dead? Yeah. Just SRNE. Still moving. Monster. So sad. I would, Fabio, I would have pressed it on the break down 13. Because we saw on the ask that wall when it was moving on up, it was trying to break through 13. It kept struggling, came back a little bit, and then broke through for a split second, and then came back down. That's when I was shorted, because it's done. It took way too much pressure. There's too many people out there that saw the excessive effort to break 13, and then it'll come back down. Of course, it could retest and come back up, but it was a guaranteed thing that when it tried that hard to break through, that it would have to come back down. And that's where we get the conviction to take that little bit short. And when JSEC said it was CNBC, those are really short lived. Whenever the news talks about something, it'll pop, but they're short lived most of the time. And I have Charlie quiet because he always ends up talking over me, but I'm pretty sure he probably mentioned it. Yeah, I would never enter early. It's not my style. So I would wait for on its way down. Now the question will be like, let's try not to be too late, but try not to get too what's the word, FOMO. Try not to enter too early that it was a fake out. But the reason I was already anticipating this move to go well because of the way it moved up. So that's why it's hard for me to type it out and say 1 minute trigger, because it may not be a 1 minute trigger. Ideally it could be, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it by price action. That's what they mean by price action. So if I say something, if I ever type something, I would probably just say, SRNE ramping or surging on up. That's me saying it looks good. In fact, for now on, guys, I'm probably going to just type in SRNE good. And then if it does what it did at the very end on break of the wall and spiking with a volume spike, then SRNE just turned into a great trade, possible trade, from good to great. Thanks, Pop Kitchen. I do feel like Charlie speaks too close to his mic. I literally have him set at the lowest setting too. I mean, I have him set all the way down here at the very bottom. And he's just too loud. FEV? Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is right there on my scanner. Was that shortable for me? It wasn't shortable for me either. That's a nice one. So this is what I mean by, I think, who asked that? Big Boy Blue? Would I ever take power hour? Right now it's 24 minutes till closing. If something surges too early, then I may take it. But right after this, by the time it hits 3:45, I'm most likely not going to take anything. Unless maybe a pullback breakout. In which case we'd be looking for some area on the daily chart, right? That looks promising. Let's see. This one kind of looks done. Let's see how it just touched here to close that gap. Maybe it'll go higher to go up here and then close the gap. I'm not sure. It looks like it's legging up again. What's the news on this one? It's not my style, but man, a few hundred shares wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it's it's really tempting. Interestingly, my light speed has it set at, oh, okay, never mind. I was reading the chart wrong. Yeah, high is 17.5. A very good number, but yet it's looking like it wants to break out. Watch level 2 here for a breakout over 7.5. Looks like it's going to break through a little too easy. It's done. It already broke out. If I wasn't over 1,000 today, I probably have tried it. But see that right there? Yeah. I don't want to take risks like that. I much prefer shorts when it comes to this. You could just see how long it took for it to go up and how quickly it took to go down. So it's just more fun shorting, in my opinion. Mental. Yeah, it's mental. It's all in my head. I know it's in my head. What was this? Guys. all these opportunities that just get slipped right through. What is this? And this one isn't shortable either. So Ross has been killing it lately, hasn't he? I don't know.
JDST.
JDST is diving down. Nothing's, to me, nothing's really easily read now. So
FNV.
FNVs, no. Oh, there's a 9-cent spread. So this is Kane, if you're there, this is what Jeremy did. You probably saw it in the Discord. He got in here somewhere. I think he got stopped out once, but then he got back in. And because he's so resilient with these bottom bounces, I know this isn't his particular shape. This is what we call linear grind. But the conviction comes from most likely the daily chart. So he saw this, how it's pretty much down here, right? It almost made it there. So you just have to have the conviction. And he does this every time, you know? He'll get it, and then he'll even add somewhere. And now this is what bottom bounces can give you if you have the resilience. A move all the way to VWAP, which I would consider a home run. Boris Bobby, would you feel a little lost without it? How worth is it intensity stock watch? I don't. Well, you mean trade ideas? Because that's the one I use all the time. When I tried intensity stock watch, it was nice. It was nice. It's just not what I needed. One can replace the other, that's for sure. But my trade ideas also has other things like, and I'm sure you can do that with intensity, but I've been using trade ideas for over 7 years, so I'm really comfortable with it, and I get to set the parameters more exclusively the way I like it, whereas intensity stock watch is more set. So if you're fumbling, and that happens to most people, if you get trade ideas, you're going to get lost because it's so hard to do. So that's why I offer the scanner, because without the scanner, then without my parameters to start off with, it's very hard to just start from scratch. So that's also why I made that video, to show you how to make it from scratch, because maybe you're more, you know more exactly what you want. But for the most part, it's better off just asking me for the scanner parameters, and I give it to you, and then you can just kind of modify it to your own. Like for instance, my counter one won't give you Tesla because I don't have stocks over $500 or something. Oh, I'd be very lost. Without that, I'll be using a high-low ticker, and I'll just be click all night, all day long. I'll just be clicking every second until I see something, and I'll probably need one monitor exclusively for a watch list, just to see what's going on. So with trade ideas, I will be able to just have a general idea of what's going on and click around and find those. So now I really don't have more than just 2 watch lists, watch charts, in case 2 of them are running at the same time. But without it, it will be the high-low ticker, and it will be insane in the morning. How did I learn to configure? Same way that you guys learned. somebody gave me their parameters a long time ago. I think his name was Josh, and then I configured it a little bit more my way. Oh, you do the manual scanning high-low ticker or top 20 or something like that? The top 20 actually works pretty well, I think. I've never really did that. I just used the high-low ticker. Just click away. But you can see, I think some of my old videos I had the high-low ticker, and you'll know because I'll be trading 20 trades, because that's what happens when you have a scanner that just gives you so much noise that it just makes you feel like everything looks good, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just too tired, too old. Let me see if I can find something to show y'all. Ring pause. Stop. Let me see. So I'm getting a little bit more comfortable showing my... At first I was a little bit worried about, whoa. My player crashed. There it goes again. At first I was a little bit worried about exposing my Lightspeed account, but I set it up so it can't be visible, I don't think. If you guys see anything like exposing my account, could you please tell me, because that would just be bad. Go to configure. I mean, are you talking about trade ID? I mean, are you talking about Lightspeed though? I'm referring to Lightspeed. Yeah, you're referring to Lightspeed. Okay. Cool. You can? Okay, I'll I need to look into that. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm not good at that stuff. Okay, so here's a good one. This is me with TRV. No, this is Nikolai. Is this the stock I traded? No, I didn't trade this one. That's what I was looking at. Okay, TRVN. This chart's clean, right? You don't see anything, right? So this is me clicking around because of what Trade Ideas is showing me. But so TRVN, I'm seeing this right here. I'm seeing this move up. I'm setting up my shares. And I think I mentioned earlier that I saw something in the daily. I generally don't share this layout on the stream, so I'm just looking at the video right now because I know it's safe. But are you asking like how I set it up? This is how I set it up. So just being patient here because it's so close to the 350, right? And you see that spike right there, kinda. Not quite a spike, but I'm going to take a chance here, I think. And a lot of times I'm just clicking on the ask just to get as close to the high as possible. And then I think, yeah, I enter right here. Just for a move on down to the support area right here. I don't, Kane, I don't stream my Lightspeed account. No, I don't. Just for that same reason that I mentioned. I don't want people just following me, you know, share per share. I'm just worried that somebody's just won't know what they're doing. And there was the move down, and I took it. It kind of got out a little bit late, I think. So that was 300 on that one. That's what I love about close. That's what I love about shorts, because they often move really fast. Now, if I ever do share my my platform on stream, I need legal documentation. I need people to fill out a form, because I can't have what happened last time. I mean, if you can easily find out where I live, at least now, I should be able to find out where you live too. It should go both ways. Oh, the design. What part of the design do you need help with? Just ask away. Just PM me. Other than that, it's relatively what you see that I just shown. The way I set it up. I have one order entry for market and one order entry for stop. I rarely ever do limits because of this, of the speed of things, how fast things go. Let me see if I can find another one.
AE.
What time is it? No, it's not time to take any trade right now. Is it Russell? You're trying to get me in trouble. Oh, it's a high day breakout though. I'm not touching that. I want to come visit. Well, if I ever have somebody threaten me, at least I can, I can say I know where you live. That's the typical thing people say, right? Not like any of you would. I'm just saying, in general,
AE.
I didn't pick my chat room members thoroughly enough, Don't do it, Russell. Although it is going. It's going. Sorry, Russell. But yeah, that should be about it, guys. Initially, just wanted to say hi to Kane. He had a few questions about shorting and all. But yeah, I know there's a lot of questions, and thanks for you guys helping me out with my questions. The stream helps out a lot. I mean, I am not the most proficient in anything except maybe the way I trade. That's it. So I'll say that much. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know much else. Like, it was just recent that somebody showed me that I could locate shorts. I didn't locate any shorts until the other day. And I still have a question about that. Like, once I locate the shorts and I accept it, do I have to use it? Do they charge me if I already locate the shorts even though I didn't use it? I don't know about that question. But if you know the answer, PM me. And if I locate 4,000 shares, and can I only use 2,000 shares? I don't know. Thanks, Louis. I mean, Lou. You dox them right back. You'll get them. Yes, I have guns. But it's not like I want anybody coming to my house in the first place. I have guns and I have dogs. I have a lot of dog friends. You don't want to mess with dogs. Yeah, I do. Here it is. Here's the window right here. So here's AEE. If I wanted to locate for this many shares, let's see which one I can't. Which one's hard to borrow? Okay, PRPO, like this one. If I locate it, it's gonna cost me $135 for 4,100 shares, and then I can click to accept or cancel. But if I accept it, I don't know if I get charged for it. I'm pretty sure you only get charged if you use it. I don't know, because what if you change your mind? So, cancel. These are things that I never had to worry about
ETSC.
until I found out I could. I'll still get charged if I use it? Are you sure, William? You're positive? That sucks. So if you locate 10,000 shares and you only use 4,000 of them, you're still gonna get charged 10,000 shares. So yeah, so that's why I'm not going to play with it. I did it the other day, and I made a nice amount of money off like 200 shares, but I didn't know that I was committed. I don't care if I'm taking. I didn't take anything. I didn't use it yet. You know what I mean? Well, this one's expensive, but I put 4,000 shares. I think if I'm gonna locate something and just trade it, probably 500 shares, $16. That seems a little bit more reasonable if the range was right. It's 33
ETSC.
hundred thousandths of a dollar. So I guess so, but it's located, but I didn't use it yet. That's my argument. If I didn't use it, then what's the point of accepting that short? It would make more sense to me if when I click accept that it actually shorts right on the spot as a market share. That would make sense. Like if I click locate and then it's ready to go and it's used. But if I locate it, that's just me like locating where Houston is. I didn't go there yet, I didn't travel there yet, so it's not like it made a difference. I mean, that's a bad analogy, but you know what I mean. To locate something, to find something doesn't mean it's yours just yet. Two people can locate a deer for hunting. One person shot that deer. The other person lost that locate. That's how I see it. So two people wanted 1,000 shares. We clicked. We both say we want it. It's the first come first serve, in my opinion. But that, of course, I didn't make the chart. I didn't make the trading platform. But that's what I would suggest. Hey, what's going on, Warren? Just arguing about short requests and how they should do things. Like I know anything about that. But hey, I understand what y'all are saying. I'm just arguing for the sake of argument. Slow day today? Yeah, in the afternoon for sure. Most of all my shares were before noon. Because you borrow it from somebody else, so it's located to you, then other people will have lesser. Yeah, I get it, Popkichin. I'm just arguing for the sake of argument. Like a PRPO, when I first saw it, it was 2,300 thousandths, and then 30 minutes later, it was 3,300 thousandths. It changed. Probably because there was more to locate, or there was less to locate actually, right at that time. So whatever. It wouldn't have been a big deal if I just didn't even know about locates. But now that I do, I just have something else to argue about. But aren't we all the same way, right? I'm not the same way. I'm probably more stubborn than most. But, you know, old dogs, new tricks. But yeah, I think that's good enough, guys. Hey, if you haven't already, click the like button because it's good to do. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, I think. I'll try to, regardless of what happens tomorrow, I'll just keep the stream running. And then if I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I will be later on. So hopefully tomorrow will be more fun. I don't know if fun is the right word, but today's a good day. And yesterday was good. So I have a nice buffer. I have a $4,000 buffer this week so far. So hopefully I'll keep it that way. And yeah, let's trade safe, guys, and try to keep it tight. Alex asks, "Hey Debbie, my 1% female subscribers. You're very welcome." Alexio asks, if a stock moves from 19 to 1910, how much would you make on 20 shares? Well, if you had 1,000 shares, it would be $100, right? So divide that by 20. What'd you get, like $5 or something like that? I think that's right. 20 times 10. $2. Oh, I suck at simple math. So it went 10 cents, but you only have 20 shares. So you just do 0.1 times, which is 10 cents times 20 shares, and you get $2. I think that's right. Hey, very welcome, Les. Take care, guys. Keep me company when I'm in a trade. That's Hey, you too, Martin. Enjoy the evening. Yeah. That's it for today. We just heard the bell. Take care. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Oh yeah, I forgot to do what the kids do. This. There. Later, Warren. Bye, Fabio.